Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's coffee chat. Hope you're all doing well and ready to get started on another fun week of painting and working on collections and so on and so forth. There's going to be an amazing week. But in case you're struggling with this problem, I thought this would be a good time to kind of talk about how to overcome creative blocks. This question comes from Chris M. So, Chris, this another great question. You guys are coming up with such awesome things that I think we all struggle with. And so, what my initial answer was, it might help to take time out to find out what's really happening that may be causing you to be blocked. Is there something simple that you could do today to just start? Well, let's dig in a little bit deeper and chat about what some ways to overcome creative blocks and how I work through them. I don't have all the answers, but maybe something will ring true to you. All right, let's get started. All right, friends. So, one thing that's helped me tremendously, I've gone through quite a few rough patches in my life. Art journaling. It's, for me, it has been a great way just to kind of, get things out of my mind and kind of onto the paper and kind of deal with things, spend a little time with my thoughts. I look back here, it looks like I just started this in 2018. And I have to laugh sometimes when I look at my little notes here. This little bird saying in summation, like where I even get the word summation, I never used it in my life. My life is a little messed up right now, but I'm trying to sort it all out. So, like a lot going on in this page. There's some flowers, there's all sorts of doodles. But that, creative blocks come and go. But like I think a lot of times this has to do with, you know, where we are in life, if we're overwhelmed, maybe we're going through a little bit of grief. Maybe you've lost somebody or something, and maybe you lost a job, or maybe, it's an empty nest syndrome. There could be so many things that are causing you to not be as creative as you want to be. Think about art journaling. That's really helped me. Um, I know we're all going to be different, and some people, like the more introverted people, may say, like, yeah, art journaling is just for me. That's going to be a good way to get out of the funk. And sometimes it's just to be a matter of maybe you need to be around people. Maybe you need to be inspired by somebody or something. Maybe it's going to take you going out to see a show, a museum show, or, look at other art, or go to like I don't know if your town has a first Friday or final Friday kind of thing. And ours have a little bit of a gallery hop, and it's a lot of fun just to go to and, see what everybody else is doing and kind of rub elbows with people that kind of love what you do, love too. And I love playing with writing. I went to school to be a writer, which I did not end up pursuing, but that doesn't mean that it's not important to me. I love expressing myself through words, and now 2D kind of words. So very easy, just, great place to, the way I usually start. Here's one that's a little bit newer. I don't think I have any pages done on this. I just use it as a place to whip off my excess paint. I showed you earlier that I was doing a lot of collage papers with my excess paint, but typically it's my journal that gets the excess paint. And yeah, they do stick together. That's, kind of a bad thing. But at the same time, like, you can always put a little bit of matte medium over top, or, some people use cold wax after it's all said and done. But I'll just clean off oh gosh, well, I guess I started this in 2024. Is this book upside down? Maybe it is. No, actually, I think I'm just upside down because this particular book has a folder in it. So if you want to bring like your collage papers, you taking this traveling, you know, there's some little itty bits of collage papers in your book, and perhaps magazines, or excuse me, pens and pencils. Oh, this is from my last class. Okay. This is where I did a little bit. Okay, I remember this one now. So this is where I played with the principles of art and elements of design just by, drawing them out and, kind of doing some illustrations, which is a lot of fun. Um, I think I did some watercolors and drawings of different um, patterns and lines. But for the most part, most of my art journaling is just, you know, getting out my thoughts and ideas. So, let's, for example, let's see, where would I start here? Maybe this one. Might take some washi tape, which I don't know about you, but I have quite a bounty of it. And I'll probably never use up it in my lifetime. So it definitely doesn't go in my art. So but journaling, different story. So sometimes I'll just kind of fix the center of my book with the washi tape or borders. Let's see here. Yeah, this is just not pre-planned. I'm just trying to show you how I would get started. I also have stickers, and like a lot of them have like little inspirational sayings. So like sometimes I like to get those out and kind of do like a response to that. Maybe you have a favorite quote or word that you want to just start with. Everybody's gonna be a little bit different. Let's see here. Are these pages stuck together? No, just me. Just you could also, if you didn't want to put washi tape on here, you could also take your Posca pens or any other marker you might have. Let's do that. Let's create a border on this one. Sometimes these borders are just like areas for you to kind of fill in and do something different over here. Crazy lines going here. It's not that different, but you get the picture. And let's see here. Let me just think of a word. Might have to look back. This one has a little bit. These are the stickers I was talking about. Um, yeah. So I would just put a sticker down, and then I kind of play around with like the words, um, the pause, embrace. These just make me so happy looking at them. Like I wish I had more time because I love doing this art journaling, and it really does help me get over creative blocks. A lot of times what's in my head is the problem. And, you don't always, if you're introverted, you don't always, know how to voice whatever it is on your mind. So sometimes just writing a couple sentences are a good way to, every no leads to a yes, just breathe. I had some words in here. I like this kind of pattern in here with the circles. Um, oh, see, I should have done some loopy loops. Those are fun. Look, again, it's just like our art. The more things we do, more things we kind of get ideas for. So maybe next time I'll do some loopity loops and do some more doodles in here. I still have opportunities, so use a different marker, or you can use everything. Anything you have, you know, different points. I mean, this is a sharp, the smaller point. Maybe I'll just kind of There's some lippity loops in here. And then somewhere in here, I would probably write my word. Let's think here. What is a good word? Sometimes I'll go to dictionary.com and just kind of grab the word of the day. And let's see. The open. This one has a lot of cool ones in here. I think I just started, I started it off and I just put stickers on every page. And then if I, whenever I'm called to it, I just kind of add a little bit more. I mean, these are kind of things that like take years to finish. I wish I was that girl that just kind of could finish or do like one topic, but that's just not me. Rise up. Oh, this is good one. You can't change others, but you can change you. I like that. Let's start with that one. And I know what other ways can you do to overcome creative blocks? I think for me, also during the worst periods of my life, I mean, it was art that actually got me through those bad times. And so maybe kind of you have to, I mean, you have to, there's no getting around um, heartache in life. There's no getting around with loss or the feeling of loneliness or anger or frustration. Oh my God. I forgot a word. Can't change others. I'm about to sneak this in. Can't talk and chew gum. Um, so sometimes the only way to work through something is to go through it. Yeah. I'll do this one big. Even simple things like prepping backgrounds. Um, you can, I'm not going to do this whole page with you guys. I'm just talking out loud here. You could prep backgrounds. You could do collage papers. Um, we already talked about going to see a show or going to, call up a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe take a walk. Or is there a favorite place that you like to get coffee and maybe read a little bit? Sometimes reading too can really open up doors. It's like the best way to travel without going anywhere and travel through time, travel through the world. And the visualization that comes from reading, like reading novels or even, oh, not even just novels, but really anything. And you can kind of start to envision ideas that may help you get through things. But honest to God, like, I know a lot of you know my story. It was simple. It was art journaling that really kind of was the um, precipice of me going from really depressed and angry and whatnot to like, excited and energetic and with new hope. It was collage, it was art journaling, it was finding the community, and then like once I started opening up that door, I started making friends that were creative, um, started to build a new life, honestly. And yeah, we all can, we've all been there. And what I would say for you is just to be kind to yourself, be gentle, but don't give yourself too much time that it's impossible to come back. I don't say ever it's impossible. It's hard. The longer you wait for something to kind of face whatever you're facing, um, the harder it is in the end. So sometimes you just have to face it. So yeah, so hopefully this gives you some ideas. Um, so, yeah, art in general, just doing, I don't ever feel like I have too many creative blocks. I obviously feel like I go through things and have difficulties and stresses, but a lot of times when I'm like feeling stressed or, not so much I'm a blocked, I'm just really, really tired. And I can push my body so much, but I'm not as young as I used to be. So that is not something I can continue doing on a, forever and ever, amen basis. I have to, listen to my body and, I have to work on not overcommitting myself because um, things always take longer than I think. And I think that's where my blocks come in. It's like, or then I kind of start procrastinating the things I really need to do. And then that definitely does not help solve the problems, just makes it worse. All right. So that's my little soapbox right now. So if that would be one of my suggestions. I know you guys probably have a bazillion other things that you guys can help each other with. So I would love to I probably will start a chat in the group about overcoming creative blocks because I think it's so important for us to kind of support each other and give each other encouragement and just kind of get your feelings out and know that you matter and um once you get through that, I know time doesn't, erase everything, but it definitely gives you some space and some um, clarity and hopefully some peace. All right. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's coffee chat.